Last time on the Ezio Trilogy.
He's not left home in 10 years.
Hola amigos, Ghost here, and today we continue our Let's Play of the Ezio Trilogy. To continue strengthening the Brotherhood throughout the Mediterranean, Ezio sends his assassins on countless missions to cities like Genoa, Jerusalem, Damascus, Marseille, and many more. Along with this, Ezio uncovered vast amounts of treasure throughout the city, along with the memoir pages of the mentor of the Turkish Brotherhood, Ashik Pasha. While our assassins continue to grow and our position in the Mediterranean strengthens, we now meet with Yusuf to find a way to gain an ally in the Ottoman court. Let's do this!
A pleasant surprise, Ezio. We should trade stories if I'm not dead by this time tomorrow.
Is there a chance of that?
We learn that the Byzantines are planning to infiltrate Topkapi Palace now that Prince Suleiman has returned from his Hajj. If they do strike, it will be tonight at a cultural exposition the prince has organized.
So what is our plan?
Kardashim, this is not your fight. No need to snare yourself in the Ottoman affairs.
The Byzantines found a key beneath Topkapi Palace, and I would like to know how.
Ezio, we want to protect our Shehzade, not interrogate him.
Trust me, Yusuf. Just tell me where to go.
Topkapi's main gate. We plan to dress as entertainers and walk right in.
I will find a disguise and meet you there.
The Prince's Banquet. The Templars are planning to attack the Ottoman royal family. Join Yusuf, protect the Ottomans, and gain their trust. Full synchronization. Beat Yusuf to Topkapi Palace. Honestly, I could probably have pronounced the palace's name a little bit better, but I'm learning. I'm doing my best over here. I'm doing what I can.
Minstrels from Italia. I am going to enjoy this.
Bring up!
Justitia, Justitia, in your name comes he this day. Dance and sing till gods fall down and the moon comes out to play. mighty man, he keeps the poor from the mighty's reach. He keeps the vain and hope and more, his lips red.
That's revenge for every time y'all got in my way in the other games. You bastards.
I look ridiculous. I feel ridiculous.
My blade is too conspicuous on this outfit. Are you armed?
C'est le deal. You mark the targets, and we will take them out. You, know how to play that thing?
I learned a few chords when I was young.
When were you ever young?
This courtyard is closed to the public. Turn around and start walking.
Perdonate, buon signore. We are this evening's entertainment.
Any old Gerzek can carry an instrument around. Get lost.
Fair Lucrezia could not sate her appetite.
You sound
for
like a
lovers,
dying cat.
But I suspect she would be fine with 2 or 3 more
What is
crumbs.
this?
Cesare, oh Cesare, a man of great depravity, believed himself immortal till
What are you
had
doing?
a date with gravity. Ostentine,
Regala,
I beg you,
go in and bother
let
the guests with that
Byzantium
noise.
endure. Constantine's corpse would turn, had not Stambul the cure. To judge a lady's character, note well her company. If you should wish to seem a sage, come spend the night with me. Young Cesare, I heard him say, could not be killed by man. So I tossed him through the air to see where he might land. Tactless minstrel, I sing off key for coins. If you spot me in the streets, please kick me in the loins. Oh, the beauties of Firenze can melt a heart, you'll see. Beware the girls of Roma, lest fire you wish to be. I can't believe I stand here, and seeing my time I waste. You who sit and smile at me, sincerely have no taste. Venezia's grim doge, a fierce and evil man, was just a trifle red of face when I upset his plan. The things...
This courtyard is clear. But I do not see Prince Suleiman. Follow me.
I sing in Italiano, you understand no word. But my Greek is non-existent.
Now this is a celebration. Suleiman, the Sultan's grandson and governor of Kefe. And he's only 17.
We met on the ship. He told me he was a student. And who is that?
His uncle, Shehzade Ahmet, the Sultan's favored son. He is grooming himself for the Sultanate as we speak.
Sherife, Solon is up.
Come. We have more Byzantines to find. Thank you for coming.
Sing in praise of children, I will croon in praise of dames. I will chant in praise of mighty men when I recall their names. Before Rodrigo was the Pope, he was a man of vices. And once he gained the Holy See, He raised his vices prices.
We should
There
speak
was
soon.
a man named Lucio, a rat with lecher's taste.
It is
Whenever
wonderful to see
he
you.
would show himself, my feast would find his face. Vierio,
Such an exotic
Vieri,
sound.
yes, he of Pazzi fame, was
I heard
just
one
as
shaman.
mad as his old
you are
man,
enjoying
and
yourself.
he did just the same. No one understands my plight, the life of a musician, singing for impatient men, a terminal condition. While traveling through Forli, I took her at her leisure. She said it's strictly business, that business was my pleasure. I'm dressed up like a jester, I act the fool and mime. All the actions of those I curse and run down all the time. Proud Romagna's iron lady, a rose of tempered steel, could raise the ardor of a corpse.
Well done, thank
A
you.
stone.
Suikastçı! Suikastçı! Clear the courtyard! Şehzade Suleiman, take cover! Follow them! Ezio!
It is a relief to see you again. Mio bel menestrello. Did I say that right?
Well enough. I hear you are a governor, too. Is there anything you do not do?
I do not talk to strangers. I am Suleiman.
Ezio Auditore.
Shehzadem, are you injured?
Who is your captain, soldier?
Tarik Balete, he is away on an errand.
Clear this body and send the guests home. Then summon Tarik to the divan.
Baş üstüne, Shehzadem.
Tarik Barlete is a captain in the Janissary Corps, the Sultan's elite soldiery.
They guard the Sultan, but not his family.
Not very well, evidently. Ezio, do you have some time to spare? I would like your opinion on something.
I will, once I change out of these rags.
Güzel. Meet me when you are ready.
I love that mission for its goofiness, but also low-key reveal of Prince Suleiman, which I believe is the same Suleiman that most people would recognize from the Ottoman Empire, aka Suleiman the Magnificent, one of the greatest Ottoman sultans in the history of the Ottoman Empire. As long as I got my history right, I'm pretty sure that is him. But it's cool that we actually figure out who that is that we were talking to on the boat. First we met Sophia, and now we met Suleiman. So it all comes full circle. I don't know if that's the right phrasing right there, but it was cool nonetheless. I just love that little mission. It was because the music that he plays, he talks about previous events in other games and such, and it's cool, like Cesare and all that. I love it. It was a pretty cool mission. Before we go and meet with Suleiman, let us send our assassinos back out on some missions. Let us see. Mission successful. Tunis, a blind eye. Algiers, an eye for a helping hand. Peyriuris, survey the region. Algiers, all the king's men, part 1. Escort an ally. Reclaim the city. Tripoli, the demolition man, part 2. Genoa, rebels with a cause, part 3. Tunis, goods and services, part 1. Are all completed successfully. And let's see, Kabar Asif has been promoted to Assassin 5th rank. Tiano has reached the rank of Assassin. Omir has reached the rank of Assassin. Alrighty then, I think that means everyone other than this guy. Actually no, this is he is Okay, yeah. Everyone else has reached the ranks that they need to be, rank 10 or almost to fully mastering out on some of our fellow assassinos, which is great. Oh, wait, I thought we had control of Alexandria. No, wait, we didn't. I'm misremembering. This is the one where we have to do this mission for. But if we look, I know we have control over Jerusalem now, and we have 25% control, which is not the greatest, since we should have at least 50% to make sure that we don't lose it potentially. So, you know what? Firstly, we're gonna head over here and see what major missions we can do. Ooh, an actual major mission. Jerusalem, Brokers of Peace, Part 1. There has not been a stable assassins guild in Jerusalem for over a century. Assess your resources and begin recruiting. And I think we'll send one of our regular assassinos for this mission. There we go. And then I think we'll also restore the city since it's a small amount of money. Granted, we do have a lot of money now. We're starting to get to that point where we can do a lot of the upgrades for the cities. But for now, we'll send this assassino, and that should be good enough for that city. Let's see, is there any major special mission for Genoa other than like all the building stuff? Nope. Well, there technically is with the Stop Barbary raids, but I think that's a mission that some of the western portion of the Mediterranean has. Pretty sure Damascus no longer has any special missions. Nope. Athens is also done with. Same with Bursa. Alrighty then. Then let's head to Jerusalem. Wait, not Jerusalem. Alexandria, that's what I was trying to say. And do this one. Alexandria, the Memory Seals, Part 2. Okay, it is Part 2. Templar soldiers have launched an offensive to recover the Memory Seals, defend our headquarters, and keep our blessed initiate safe as she works to unlock the mysteries of the seals. Alrighty then. Ooh, it's a difficult mission. Alrighty then, that I will send a level 14, and they're technically, I think, fully maxed out, so I'll send 2 level 10s with our main boy. Actually, no, let me see. Actually, I think it would be better if we do both, because this one will get a majority of the XP. Yeah. Bam. And once we get this, then we could probably reclaim Jerusalem. I mean, Alexandria. Why can't I keep saying Jerusalem? I'm going insane, folks. Okay. Next up is Marseille. Looks like the only things we have left to do are these smaller missions and reclaim the city. It's at 85, so it's going to be Tartar, so we're going to do a lot of smaller missions for that. What about AAA? We have another special mission. AAA, the Demolition Man, Part, I believe this is 2. Yep, it's 2. Nope, it's 3. Of course, because I said, yeah, my brain is going crazy. Newly rescued Pedro Navarro tells us that the Templars in AAA are being commanded from Rhodes. Cut off their supply and communication lines and expel them from the city. Will do. It looks like I'll send one of our master assassins to do that. And bam. Alrighty then, let's go to Tunis and see. Tunis Goods and Services, Parts, I believe this is actually Part 2. Yep, Part 2. Now the Hafsid king is imposing quotas and mandates on local farmers that serve Templar goals rather than the citizens' needs. Protect the farmers and eliminate the king's extortionists. Will do. Bam. Alright, let's go to Marseille. We're not going to reclaim the city, it's too strong for us, but we'll assassinate the doctor if we have a person for that. Bam. And we will assassinate the captain. No, we do not have the ability to do that. What about attend the banquet? Ooh, this is not good chances. Not for that. Okay, well then we'll only have that one for now. And then let's head to Algiers. There's All the King's Men, Part 2. Former King Samis El Philippe has authorized the assassins to employ the aid of an infamous pirate. I'm gonna try the best to pronounce this. Haradin Barbarossa to chip away at the Spanish influence in the area. Provide Redbeard Barbarossa with the support he needs. Will do. Bam. Alrighty then. That was actually... I thought we would need more than one person. And you know what? Let's take a look at Madrid. There's a Paris survey the region. Paris needs help to complete his world map. Survey the mountains around Madrid and report back to him. Fun fact, this map, all these missions about Paris's map, is his, well, not the actual missions, but his map is actually a historical map that was created, and if I remember correctly, it is now in several pieces of that map are now lost to time, but we still have portions of the map. I don't know what museum has it or whatever, but we do have a portion of the map of Paris that was, I think he published this in 1512, so 1 year after the current events at the moment. So it's pretty cool that we are helping out Paris's historicalness. Obviously, it's not real in terms of us, since we're fictional characters and all that, and helping Paris, but it's still cool to have that kind of connection to real history. Anyway, let's do this mission. Madrid Cannon Fodder. The famous blacksmiths of Toledo have fled to Madrid after Templars commandeered their forges. Assemble a band of assassins and reclaim their property from the Templars. Will do. Bam. Alrighty then, what about Lisbon? There is another Paris survey the region. Paris needs help to complete his world map. Survey the coastline around Lisbon and report back to him. Will do. And we send our last assassino for that for now. Bam. Alrighty then. Time to go meet up with Suleiman.
I have arranged a meeting with my uncle Ahmet and the Janissary Captain Tarik. The Janissaries are loyal to my grandfather, but they have lately become angry over his choice of the next Sultan.
Your uncle?
Exactly. The Janissaries prefer my father, Selim.
You are in a tough spot. But how do the Byzantines fit into this?
I had hoped you might know. Would you be willing to help me find out?
I am tracking them myself. I can help you, as long as our interests run parallel.
I will take what I can get. There is a hatch at the top of that tower which leads to a secret room. Go there, wait, and watch.
An uneasy meeting. Suleiman is investigating the attempt on his life. Eavesdrop on his conversation with the Janissary Captain Tarik Barlette. Full synchronization. Do not be detected. Will do.
Heed my nephew, Tarik. Your incompetence borders on treason. And to think that today, your Janissaries were outshone by an Italian lute player. Preposterous.
An inexcusable failing, Effendim. I will conduct a full investigation.
I will conduct the investigation, Tarik. For reasons that should be obvious.
Evet, Shehzadem. You have your father's wisdom.
And his impatience. Uncle, I am relieved to see you safe.
Likewise, Suleiman. Allah emanet olun. Tarik Bey, a word. What was the purpose of this attack, I wonder? To make me look weak? An ineffective steward of the city? If you are the hand in this mess, Tarik, you have made a grave mistake. My father has chosen me as the next Sultan, not my brother.
Ahmet. I am not depraved enough to imagine the conspiracy you accuse me of.
What have I done to earn such contempt from the Janissaries? What has my brother done for you that I have not?
May I speak freely?
You'd better.
You're weak, Ahmed. Pensive in times of war and restless in times of peace. You lack passion for the traditions of the Ghazi, yet you speak of fraternity in the company of infidels. You make a decent philosopher, Ahmed, but you will be a poor sultan.
You may show yourself out.
Quite a family,
Your uncle lacks sway over the men he will soon command.
Tarik is a hard man. Proud and capable, but ambitious. And he admires my father greatly.
But he failed to secure this palace against the Byzantine invasion. That alone is worth our attention.
Precisely.
Where should we begin?
For now, keep an eye on Tarik and his Janissaries. They spend much of their free time in and around the bazaar.
I will start there when I can.
Another fantastic mission, I must say. I love that mission as well. Because it introduces, well, not introduces, but more like give Suleiman's, I think he's technically his uncle slash brother. I do not remember the exact succession, or the exact, even though they say it, it still confuses me sometimes when they. But either way, it gives more story to him, basically showing how he believes he is the rightful ruler, and is trying his best to actually be prepared to become such the ruler. But obviously the Janissaries, who at this point are almost at the point of the power to say who's sultan or not. I believe the Janissaries basically become the deciders of who becomes sultan after Suleiman the Magnificent's reign, basically. Because at that point, the Janissaries just become so powerful and honestly very corrupt at that point, where they just do that. But it's interesting to see that Janissary captain speak loyally in some ways, but also freely, showing that kind of mix of like, hey, you're a decent dude, but we don't like you, and I think this other guy's better. It's very much gives these characters, well, characterization without Ezio interacting with them. Well, obviously Ezio's eavesdropping, but you know what I mean, if you know what I mean. It's a cool little introduction to those characters, more so than the previous mission. Obviously, other than Suleiman, since we already met him twice. But I honestly I very much find this story's characters a little bit more intriguing than Cesare. Cesare was an interesting villain. Don't get me wrong. Him historically and in the game, he's very menacing and all that, but we don't get really that much time to really see him in depth. And this first seeing of those couple of characters already show some depth where their loyalties kind of lie, and potentially what role they may play in the story. And obviously, I do remember. Hindsight is obvious. I know what role each of them play already, but these first sort of introductions are pretty cool to it. Not gonna lie. But yeah. Now we have ally in the Ottoman courts of Prince Suleiman. Even though our alliance is, I wouldn't say tenuous, but it is until, for now, since our goals are aligned. But obviously that can always change in the future, and we will have to wait and see. Now that we have an ally in the Ottoman court through Prince Suleiman, and have sent many of our assassins out on missions, it is time to aid one of our assassins into finally becoming a master assassin. Let us see who it is.
Ezio, good news.
See,
Mirella was spotted here moments ago, purchasing various reagents and oils.
such as?
What did the man say? Walnut oil, cardamom, datura.
Datura is a deadly poison made from a flowering plant. I may be able to track her.
The Trickster Part II. The Trickster was recently spotted at a nearby merchant shop purchasing various reagents and oils. Track her down. Full synchronization. Kill the Trickster with poison. Will do.
What is it, Mentor? What do you see?
The subtlest evidence of things that have been. A trace here, a wisp there. Signs and scents. My senses are more finely tuned than most. This way. I am losing the scent. This way. We are getting closer. This seems right. Ah, see. She has been here within the past few minutes.
I will take cover while you flush her out.
I am losing the scent. This way. We are getting closer. This seems right. Ah, see. There. Dannazione!
This time, as he saved everything. Hey, look out! Why behave like a rabid monkey?
So dies another wretched Romani. Is that what you are thinking, assassin? Maybe your heart is filled with pity for me. Then leave me be, for I despise such charity. I took what was owed me, in spite of oppression, of hatred, of ignorance. I live my own way, for myself.
Requiescat in pace.
And with that, the Trickster has been dealt with, and the Romani have been spared more prosecution. And if we take a look at the map, the Northern Constantine District's den has now been secured, so now Templars can no longer try and reclaim this for their own use. Quite a good thing, actually, meaning that our presence in Constantinople is even stronger than before. And now with that, let us head to down here and look at our assassino, who is now a master. as well as all of our other stuff. Mission successful. Madrid, Cannon Fodder. Assassinate a Doctor. Jerusalem, Brokers of Peace Part 1. Pariri, Survey the Region. Pariri, Survey the Region. Algiers, All the King's Men Part 2. Tunis, Goods and Services Part 2. Restore the City have all been completed. And now Ferenc Dovaj has reached the rank of Master Assassin. The den he has been assigned to protect is now immune to further Templar attacks, as I have said. And look at him, the homie. Now, I will admit there is one thing I wish this updated system of the assassin mechanics had over the Brotherhood one that I wish it had, was that you could continue to customize them after your assassinos reach the rank of Master Assassin, because obviously only 7 of these assassinos of these 12 will become Master Assassins, and they have this specific Master Assassin gear they wear. But I kind of wish you could change the colors to it, like now, because it would be cool to see what this would look like if it was red. But for now, the only thing you could do is take on or off the mask and lower the hood or not. Which, I mean, it's a tiny bit of customization, and granted, sometimes they do that, take off the hood or mask automatically by themselves, but that is probably the one, I wouldn't say complaint, but thing I wish they kind of improved on from the Brotherhood system. They've already improved on basically everything else on the Brotherhood systems of the Assassin Guild stuff, but this is one of the very few things they didn't really change, which I wish they did. But regardless, now we have 2 Master Assassinos and 2 locked dens, making our hold on Constantinople stronger. And with that, I think it's time to continue on with the Mediterranean defense. And I think we should focus more on securing Marseille, since it seems to be very hard to capture. So we're going to attend this banquet, and we'll send our newly mastered assassino out with 2 other boys and gals to secure that. We will also escort an ally, bam, and assault a captain. Actually, never mind. We'll bribe a herald. But that, with all these things, let's see, 20%, that's 30%, that'll be 60%. So once all those missions complete, I'll immediately send another assassino or 2 to reclaim the city, so that Marseille can finally be liberated from the Templars' rule. If we look over to Alexandria, the memory seal is still going, so we'll come back to that later. Let's go to Algiers, All the King's Men Part 2. Or Part 3, I mean. With the Spanish influence on Algiers somewhat weakened, Ottoman Prince Korkut is eager to make friends with Mamluk Sultan al-Ashraf, with the hope that he may gain influence over his brothers Salim and Ahmet. Spy on this meeting and report back to the assassins in Constantine. And we'll send 2 assassinos for that. Bam. Alright, Bursa is at 43%. It looks like the enemy is trying to gain influence again, so what we're going to do is secure trade routes in Bursa. Bam. And we will install a new assassin then in Athens. Bam. And with that, all of our assassinos are out on mission. Some of them will return very soon, and we'll probably send those assassins out on some more missions. But for now, we've honestly done a lot today in a very short amount of time. With the remaining time that we have for today's chapter, let's collect some data fragments. While we wait for some of our assassinos to complete their missions, let's head to the Galata district, as we're going to try and search for the data fragments of the Galata district. In the meantime, and once our assassinos are done, we will send them out on missions and end today's chapter. Sounds like a plan? we were able to collect all of the data fragments in the Galata district. Now, let's go and take a look at our assassinos who have came back from their missions. Let's see, mission successful. Tripoli, the Demolition Man Part 3. Alexandria, the Memory Seals Part 2. Bribe a Herald. Escort an ally. Install a new assassin den. Secure trade routes have all been completed. And it looks like we have a couple assassins still on mission. About 4 minutes until they return, which is a-okay with me. Let us head to Marseille, which is now at 50%, which it will decrease a lot once the attend a banquet is done, which is going to be in 4 minutes. So I think what I'm going to do is send the rest of my assassinos currently here on some missions, and then wait off screen for those assassinos to return, and then send those assassinos to liberate the city. So actually, can we see? Yeah, we'll be able to do this one. Alexandria, the Memory Seals Part 3. We had recovered the first civilization memory seals and were preparing to decode them when a contingent of Templars ambushed us and stole them away. Organize a search party and recover the seals. Use maximum force if necessary. And we'll send our best assassinos to complete the mission. Bam. Alrighty then, let's look at Algiers. This mission's still going. So, you know what, we'll start our riots. Bam. But Bursa was expand the city port. Bam. And let's expand the city markets. Bam. With Athens, we don't have anything else for here. What about Damascus? Yeah, let's improve trade relations. And bam, there we go. All of our assassinos are once more out on the field. Most will take a while to return, while I want to say about 6 or so assassins, maybe 4. We return in about 4 minutes, so I'll wait off screen for them to return and then send them out on some final missions for today's chapter. Alright, attend a banquet was successful. That means now that we can go to Marseille, and it has a 20% Templar control. Ooh, Midnight Renaissance sounds very interesting. But I want to reclaim the city before the Templars get too strong. So I will send... actually, let me see. How tough is this mission? Yeah, we're just gonna not risk anything. We'll send one of our Master Assassin to liberate Marseille from the Templars. And while that happens, let us let's go back to Alexandria and let's send a message and defend the Brotherhood with these two. And bam. Alrighty then. Now we can conclude today's chapter. And with that, we conclude today's chapter of the Ezio Trilogy. I hope you all enjoyed it. I certainly did. Until next time, this is Ghost, signing out.